sexual harassment and got me fired from the main branch because, as assistant director of quality assurance, I was one rung above where she was. That was fun. That is how I do things. Like going from a regional down to the assistant of a guy who was my assistant is no problem for me. I'm extremely flexible. If something needs to get done, if there's a problem situation, I love to solve it. I can't ignore those. For me, the whole world is an opportunity. I have irons in the fire on all types of things. I have, for years, I've worked with looking and trying to find the very best Mustang horse that I could. And I found one that's exceptionally good. I'm using that one, breeding it together with Olympic championship horses because I think I can pull some characteristics from the wild Mustangs to enhance and boost the levels of those chickens. The chicks I've got here were hatched from a bizarre assortment of wild chickens that I got some of their eggs out in the wild. I hatched them, and I've been doing breeding programs and animal husbandry, things like that. I have land I bought out of Nevada, 240 acres straight out, another 2,500 I'm just buying on payments. But those I'm going to plant a forest in the desert. Um, I want to. Well, I'm not going to keep it the entire time. I'll cut down parts of the forest, do a little bit of logging later, 20 years from now. It'll help pay for everything. But I'm involved in whatever I can be. I've got a book published. You can buy it at Barnes and Noble, Apple, iBooks, Smashwords, a few other locations, Rakuten in Japan. I'm working on some children's books. I have my school's classes here in Japan. I love to be involved in anything that I possibly can. If I am chosen as your 51st person there, or if if you take me on as kitchen staff and allow me to be a fly on the wall, I can contribute a lot. Now I don't go out of my way to try to be in charge or take control. I'm not one of those people. I stay in the background and I only surface up. I'm only there when I'm needed. And when I'm needed, when there's a problem situation, when someone needs assistance, that's when I'm there. When there's an opportunity to be had, that's when I show up. I'm not the type of person who feels like they need to be there, be in charge, be in control. And I actually work a lot better with people who are considerably younger than me. The energy levels of people my age are dismal, and I drive them nuts. They say that they think I'm 17 years old because that's what my energy levels are like. Amazing as many times as I've been run over and knocked off buildings and crushed and things like that, but it doesn't seem to bother me much. If I'm chosen, I can be an asset. And like I said, hey, if not one of the spots, kitchen help is fine. I will be flying to Lithuania a couple of days early, so I will be there. I'll probably find a youth hostel or something. I prefer youth hostels to hotels. Hotels are lonely and boring, and there's nothing to do. Youth hostels. I stayed in a youth hostel down in Chile, much nicer than the hotel. That was a fun place. So I'll look around to see if I can find a youth hostel. So I will be there in town, and if someone doesn't show up, I'm there. If you need some assistance in your kitchen, I'm already there in town. I'll be waiting there in town. I'll be at location. All I have to do is have someone send me a mail that says, "Come on up, and this is where we are," and I'll show up. I can bring my sleeping bag. I can bring my backpack, but I will be there in Lithuania a couple of days before the Blacksmith Summit begins, and you can utilize me as you like. Oh, by the way, I owe you a chicken house plan. I spoke with one of your staff a couple of years ago, just before a big truck hit my secretary's Peugeot and messed me up, so I couldn't walk for a couple of years, and I had other things on my mind at that time. I had spoken with one of your staff about sending you a chicken house plan, something that would be better for how the nests were set up, so you could go from laying to setting on the eggs in case you had a setter move in for some reason. And I never got around to sending the plans. I'll have to dig around to see where they are. I do owe you a set of chicken house plans. I mentioned to your staff that I would send them. I said I got a little tied up when I got ran over by the truck. But I hope to see you in Lithuania and everybody else there. It would be great to be there. I love the energy that you guys have. I love the seminar in Chile. Wish I could have been in Acapulco as well. But I will be there in Lithuania. I'll be there in the town. If you need extra help in the kitchen, you need assistance with anything, or you have a 51st spot, I will be there. I will be there, and I will stay there a day or two after the summit is over before I take off. I'll take off, come back to Japan. Then after that, I'll be taking a tour group from Japan to United States. I do that a couple times a year as well. I spend about half of my time in Japan. The rest of the time I go to the United States or other places, always looking, trying to find something interesting to do. I do need to stop in Georgia and visit Tina, though I promised them that I would stop by and visit their bank. Thank you very much for watching this video. It has been edited down considerably from my 2-hour version of last night. And I hope to see you and all the other people there at the summit in Lithuania. I will be there. I might just be in the town beside the summit, but if you guys order pizza from some delivery place, it might be me who carries it up there to the place just to give it to you, just to say hi. But I would love to be there. All right, gosh, I think that's it. Oh, that's not everything. I am in Fukuoka, Japan. We're just a fast boat ride away from Korea. And in case you or any of your participants need to get anything done in Japan, you need any information from Japan, need a place to stay in Japan, I can take care of that. It's not a problem for me. I have classroom locations, some that is one that's like a house and it's not used very much. And I've got one that's, yeah, it's a nice little house. I have it until October. If they want to come to Japan and hang out in Japan for a little bit, they've got a place where they can stay. If they need someone to show them around, hey, myself or my assistant, we can take them around, show them around in Japan. In case somebody is interested in getting a Japanese resident visa, I know all the details. I have several foreigners from different countries, one from Romania, one from the Philippines, one from Canada. I've had other different countries as well that I get them work visas, and they can come over here. They don't really have to work for me, but I can help people get residency visas here in case anybody would be interested in coming to Japan, which is a very, very bizarre place. As you mentioned once in one of your letters, it's the closest you could come to being on an alien planet. I love it here. But in case you or anyone else is interested in doing anything here in Japan, I'm in Fukuoka, the southern island of Kyushu, far away from the radiation up north. If anyone needs to have anything done, needs a contact in Japan, I am here. I will go ahead, and when I put this video together, I'll put more contact information on the back. In case someone needs something, just tell them contact me. Thank you very much for tolerating my entire video. 51st spot, kitchen help, or backup in case you need something. I'll be there in Lithuania, in the town, and I hope to see you all there. Thanks.